Hello and welcome back to Fire Emblem. It has been a while since I last played because I've been letting the backlog kind of go back down to zero and I've been missing it a lot. So let's have a look at our supports. We have basically supports for absolutely everybody, and on top of having supports for everybody, they have supports with each other, and it's basically gonna go crazy. I mean, look at ours here. We have a support with pretty much everybody, and we have to actually be in Garreg Mach to do all these supports. Why is that one kind of hovered out? Oh, that one, there's still time. Oh, there's still limiters on these ones. Oh, okay, interesting. I kind of assumed the time skip was going to be the limiter for all of them, but I guess not. We don't quite have anything with these three yet, but we can get there with them if we wanted to. Yeah. Okay, well, I believe we have one in here. Yeah, we have a singular one in here that we can do outside of the actual monastery. We have a bunch here. So this is going to pretty much be a support episode. We may not even get to exploring, depending on how many and how long they are. But hey, let's start at number one and see how it goes.
Whew, time for a breather. Hey, Professor.
You've been busy.
Yep, noticed you have been too. Seems like it's been a real rough day for just about everybody, huh? I've been so busy I still haven't eaten. I hope there's still food left.
Not if Raphael has got there first. Have some candy.
Whoa, thanks, Professor.
Oh, he loves it. Fantastic.
This is really good. What a day. I need a nap, but I still gotta get the dining hall cleaned up.
You shouldn't push yourself too hard.
Professor, that's funny. You push yourself harder than anybody else. You make me look lazy. Besides, I don't even break a sweat doing this stuff. The day Lady Rhea comes home, I want her to see the monastery the way it was 5 years ago. That's why I do all this stuff. For her. And the harder I work, the better. Heck, I'd do more than I do now if there were hours in the day. But I can't go without sleep. Tried once. You must think I'm pretty weird, huh, Professor?
A little.
I'm always on about Lady Rhea, and I'm not even from Fódlan. I bet most people around here think I'm kinda weird. But I'm real grateful for everything Lady Rhea's done for me.
Yeah. I think it's noble of you to show such gratitude.
That's nice of you to say. Real nice. Thanks, Professor. It's good to know you like me. Helps me feel even more at home. I've heard people say that good folks have a heart of gold. Not real gold, I mean. Just they always care about everybody else. Even guys like me. Lady Rhea's incredible. But I figured you're just the same, Professor. Okay. I guess I gotta give in and get some sleep. I'll get up extra early to make up for it. Good night, Professor.
Night. Well, we've had 5 years and he's pretty much the same. Okay. Let's go for Claude. These could potentially be, you know, game changing. The Claude revelations. But him and Lorenz, that's an interesting one, because Lorenz's father is obviously a traitor, as is Lorenz, in a way. As in they support the Empire, so let's see what happens here.
The earth nurtures the trees, and the trees bear fruit.
I gotta
it's
say,
the earth itself that gives us all life.
I love the outfits. They are so colorful, and you know, they've got a bit of personality to them compared to the student outfits. But I like them too. But these are just like, they're very cool.
Oh, Fódlan, land of plenty, bless us with the gift of delicious food.
What are you doing?
Oh, it's just you, Lawrence.
I was disturbed by your ridiculous blather. Must you recite it quite so loudly? And can you even call that nonsense poetry when it is utterly ignorant of rhyme and meter?
Ouch! You don't hold back, do you? I didn't know you were so particular about poetry. Ha! Maybe you have a secret poetry collection of your own hidden somewhere.
That's absurd. Where did you hear that? And just what was that poem about? It seemed to me that you were praising the land.
Did he not say that the Almiran gods had a little bit more of something like that to go with them? Just on continuing my theory.
But is it not the goddess who nurtures the land? Should your praise not go to her instead?
Aha, yeah, so it is kind of with my theory. Interesting.
Of course you zero in on that detail. You really are a Fódlan noble through and through.
Certainly. Aren't you?
Good question.
I'm not quite the same, no. Though noble blood flows within me, it can't change who I am at heart.
Pardon? I think you had best clarify.
Listen, Lawrence, you had ambitions of becoming the Alliance's ruler, didn't you? Would you like to try that for real? If you really want it, I wouldn't mind giving up my position.
What's this all of a sudden? That is not an offer to be made in jest.
I'm not joking around. I've been thinking it for a while now. I originally thought you were like a fox drawn in by the deer of the Alliance. But I was wrong. You're no thoughtless predator. You're trying to properly train the deer around you. Isn't that right?
That is my intention. But the ambition is insufficient. To rule well, a certain temperament is required. When we first met, I mistrusted you a great deal, and on my father's advice, I observed you closely. That is why I can say this for certain. You possess the qualities necessary to govern.
Looks like Lorenz has had some self-reflection. Yeah, that's probably good for him.
A compliment from you? That's about as rare as a deer standing on its hind legs and doing a jig.
Merely a statement of fact, one that is quite relevant to the future of the Alliance.
The future of the Alliance, huh? You really are devoted to your cause.
Depending on your actions, I may yet see fit to seize your position for myself. Bear that in mind.
I welcome the idea. It means I can feel safe vanishing whenever I see fit.
Vanishing? Do not tell me you intend to die in this conflict. You cannot shape the future if you do not live to see it.
Ha! First you compliment me, and now you're worrying about me? What have you done with the real Lawrence? No, I'm not going to die. I'm tougher than I look. Besides, this war isn't just for the Alliance anymore. It's going to decide the fate of all Fódlan. It would be cruel to leave you with the burden of uniting all of Fódlan by yourself, don't you think?
Burden? Please. If there were none other suitable, I would gladly become a king. Or even an emperor.
Well, well. I guess I shouldn't take Lawrence of the famous House Gloucester so lightly. Really, though. Don't you go dying on me either, Lawrence. We're going to need men like you in the age to come.
The same to you, Claude. A world without you would be ever so dull.
That was nice. I can't help but feel that there are more to the supports, but just outside the supports, if you know what I'm meaning. Like, I can't help but feel this is going to appear somewhere later in the story, but the support's just giving you the background for it. Maybe that's what these are. Maybe that's why some of them end a little bit weirdly, is because there's meant to be a bit later that kind of connects the dots. I don't know. Maybe. Hilda. Let's see what's going on here.
I feel like I'm drowning in responsibilities. Claude, take my mind off it all. Regale me with another of your weird childhood stories.
Okay, then. How about an old story from a foreign land that my dad told me when I was a kid? Once upon a time, there was a white camel that got separated from his herd.
I'm so happy for that white camel. I really thought he was gonna die.
Was that story really worth bawling your eyes out over?
It was wonderful. Don't you know how moving that story is?
You know, I never thought much of it until today. But seeing you bawling like that, I do appreciate it a little more now.
What's that mean?
Well, you're always fake crying, aren't you? Getting all misty-eyed to make people think you're a delicate flower.
What? You're awful. I only cry when I'm sad.
Claim what you like, but I can spot real tears from fake tears any day of the week. Fess up.
Called out.
If you understand me so well, maybe it's because you're no different.
How's that?
When you smile or laugh, it's not sincere. I can tell. I've only seen you genuinely smile a handful of times. Like when you're talking to the professor.
Wow, good one, Hilda. You hit me right in the gut. I guess you're right. I'm not so different from you in that way. But how did you come to realize that? Have you been watching me that closely?
I'm afraid so. My eyes seem to wander toward you of their own accord.
Oh my.
What? Hold on. Forget I said that. I didn't say that.
Nope, no can do. Forgetting isn't something this crafty brain of mine is capable of. Besides, my eyes have a tendency to wander in your direction too. How else do you think I found out about your fake crying?
Huh? What are you getting at?
Say, Hilda, once everything's settled down, do you want to come meet my parents?
Oh, okay. It's going in this direction.
I mean, don't get the wrong idea, you just seem interested in my family. Besides, you've opened up to me quite a bit, but I still haven't let you in on my own secrets. If you meet my parents, I think you'll understand, though it might come as a bit of a surprise.
Your family? I'd be lying if I said I wasn't curious.
Well then, if neither of us changes our minds before the opportunity presents itself, let's agree to go visit my home together.
Although, if it's a long journey, my brother might not be too happy.
True, that might be a tough nut to crack. As tough as Fódlan's locket.
Again, that one seems like there's like another bit afterwards, but we just don't get to see it yet. Okay. Leonie?
Well, we've got another battle coming up. What do you think of our chances?
Winning is always the goal. At any rate, I've done everything I can to prepare.
That's the right attitude. I'm sure they're doing all they can on their side, too.
I don't doubt it, but however strong they are, it's no more than a Fódlan concern. Who knows how far this world extends beyond the boundaries of Fódlan? Talk of strength or weakness doesn't amount to much when it's only in relation to a tiny corner of the world.
Guess you're right. Thinking about it like that, even this war seems like a storm in a teacup.
Exactly. It's nothing more than an internal quarrel amongst the people of Fódlan.
Typical laid-back Claude. I always like talking to you. Your perspective on the world is so refreshing. Things I thought were obvious turn out not to be.
The way you think, that changes the way you see things. Common sense never tells the whole story. It's similar to what we were talking about before, about how you need to doubt yourself first.
True enough, but where did you get these ideas? That perspective of looking past the walls of Fódlan, when it's all we can see in front of us.
Do you really want to know?
I do.
I do.
But I'm afraid now isn't the time. When this war is won, I'll tell you all about it. It'll be easier for me to show you than to tell you.
Show me. Are we going somewhere?
It's quite a distance. You'll start to appreciate how big the world is if you go.
Sounds eye-opening. I'll look forward to it. Can we call it a promise?
Yes, it's a promise. But first, let's win this war and leave it far behind us.
He's making a lot of promises. Also teasing quite a lot. And we have Cyril, where last time we got that was where we got some of that Almiran hinting going on here. Let's see if we get a little bit more.
Sorry, Claude. You can't go past.
Is this the Holy Tomb? I think it is.
Huh? Ah, Cyril, it's you. Is there a problem? It's not the first time I've been to the Holy Tomb. Rhea herself took me there once. Besides, the inside's been scoured by the Imperial Army. There's nothing left there now.
Don't matter. Lady Rhea said nobody could go in, so I can't let you through. I gotta do what Lady Rhea says. You wanna break them rules? Then you'll be her enemy. If you're trying to do that, I'll have to fight you.
Fine, I get it. I wouldn't hesitate to make an enemy of Rhea if it came to that. But I'd rather not fight with you. So I'll back off. For now.
Why is that?
Does it matter?
Dunno. With your status, you could smack me to the ground and walk right over me.
I guess. But I wouldn't. We're friends.
I thought you were the kind of guy who'd smack down just about anybody if you needed to.
You really are a stubborn one. All right then, I'll tell you.
Secrets, come on. Give me some of those secrets.
I swore I'd change this world so that those without status are no longer oppressed. Though you were never one of the people I was hoping to save. I never knew that there were people in Elmira in your kind of situation. I realized that my own perspective was too narrow. You helped me realize that. So, I owe you.
Did you just say you're all about saving people who are oppressed? Really?
I did. Is it so strange to hear that from me?
It's just... You reminded me of Lady Rhea there for a second. Lady Rhea always tried to save us folks without any status in the world. Like when she let an outsider like me stay at the monastery. That was real nice. She brought in those kids from Ramire village when they lost their parents, and...
Well, I'm not a religious man. I'm sure Rhea wouldn't want to be lumped in with a guy like me.
Lady Rhea didn't do those things because the goddess told her she should. She did it because she wanted to. I can tell you that.
I see. In that case, maybe I don't need to make an enemy of her. Thanks, Cyril. I think you've brought me a step closer to my dream.
Thanks to you too, Claude. If I was able to help you, then that makes me happy.
Okay. So we learned pretty much nothing new in Claude's one, although we do have our Claude one to come. Right. Lorenz and Marianne.
Ah, Marianne, I've been meaning to thank you. The books that you lent me have proved most fascinating. Would you permit me to offer you tea as a token of my gratitude?
I'm a little busy right now. Maybe later tonight?
She seems to be standing with a little bit more confidence there. Yeah, and speaking without, all of the, well, maybe, well, you wouldn't want to have tea with me. I'm just, I'm a little, I just make you, I'd make you sad. I'd bring everything down, I'd do something wrong. See, it was none of that. It's just like, I'm busy later. That seems like she's got a little bit better over the last 5 years. I don't know.
Of course. I will look forward to it.
Thank you for inviting me over.
Certainly. Thank you for coming. Oh, and please, relax. This is no formal occasion.
Oh, this tea tastes so good.
Doesn't it just? Oh, this is my absolute favorite. I'm pleased you like it. This pastry may suit your palate also. It is commonly paired with this tea in my homeland.
Ah, it's sweet. It complements the astringency of the tea.
You have exquisite taste, and there is plenty more where that came from. We simply must do this again.
You want to spend more time with me?
Naturally.
Well, that's... Actually, there's something I need to say.
Oh.
Yes? What is it?
I've been keeping this from you for a while. It's about my crest. It's just terrible.
Please, that's quite enough.
Oh.
You're trembling. If uttering this secret hurts you, then I have no desire to hear it.
It's just...
Your smile is a greater gift to me than any truth. Whatever you have hitherto concealed, I am certain it is essential to you, and I do wish to know it. But not until the day arrives when you can tell me with a smile on your face. I am not the sort of man to prize my own knowledge over others' happiness, you know. Besides, the mystery is part of your charm.
You're funny, Lorenz.
There, that's what I mean. Your beauty is always captivated, but that smile truly warms my heart.
This is the first time I've smiled in so long, and I have your kindness to thank for that.
As I've said, you are perfect just as you are. But I suppose I can take a little credit.
So not completely changed. I was thinking Lorenz there, I was about to say, he seems like he's really changed for the better, he's matured, he's actually, a fairly honorable person. And then the last little bit, he's still got a little bit of that, I'm trying to think of the right word. A little bit pompous, maybe? Yeah. I'm not sure what I'm thinking here, but he's got a little bit of something in there still.
Yes, your radiant smile shall illuminate all the world. With me by your side, you will not be able to help it.
I'm looking forward to that.
That was a good end to their story as well. Yeah, I like it. All of these are really good so far. Leonie? Oh, it isn't the end on this one because there's 2 parts to their A. Okay. Interesting.
Hey, got a minute?
Ah, Leonie, are we to sharpen swords again?
No, I came to give you this handkerchief back. Sorry, I know I held on to it for a while. You lent me this. Remember?
I recall giving it to you. It is a noble's duty to give to the common folk. In return, the commoner need only pay respect.
That's nice. You left out the part where the nobles take all the stuff the regular folks make?
Oh. Yep, fair point.
Yes, the common folk give the fruits of their labor, willingly, I might add, as a token of that respect. The head of San village offers his tribute in exactly that spirit, you know.
San? That's my village. You knew?
Of course. We granted exclusive hunting rights to San and forbade outsiders from poaching. In fact, when we received complaints about just that, we hired mercenaries to deal with the issue.
Oh, so they hired Gerald to deal, and that's why he went to the village. Oh, okay.
So that's what brought Gerald.
What was that?
Nothing. Look, just take the handkerchief. I'm returning something I borrowed from a friend.
Very well. As your friend, I will accept it.
You know, I really wish you wouldn't think of nobles as always giving and commoners as only receiving. Friends help each other without thinking about status, and that help goes both ways.
Quite so. And when I require the aid of a friend, I assure you I will happily recognize it. But only with friends. In the main, I must continue to refuse assistance from the common folk. For a noble to accept would be disgraceful.
I always thought he was just stuck up.
That's a good way to describe him. Stuck up.
Turns out, he just has this grand idea of nobility he's trying to live up to.
Leonie.
Oh no! I didn't even give him the handkerchief!
Really? You didn't give him the handkerchief, the one reason you were there. Anyway, Leonie has the exact same thoughts on him as I do. That's cool. I like it. Right. So, rest of those we need to go actually in to get. Raphael. So Raphael and Ignatz. Hopefully this is them repairing their friendship properly and they're now, you know, moved on past the death of Raphael's parents in the guild. Let's see how it goes.
Hey, Raphael. Reading a letter?
Well, if it isn't old Ignatz. I got a message here from my sis.
Oh, a letter from Maya. I haven't seen her in so long. I bet she's all grown up.
Nah, she's still a shrimp. It's been a while since I saw her, but she's probably only up to your shoulders.
Wow. I can't believe she's gotten that tall.
I wrote to tell her about how we're friends again. Do you remember this?
Is that the picture I drew for her?
She sent it along with the letter. I guess she held on to it since we were kids. All right, that's enough looking. She said to show it to you and send it right back.
To think she's handling my little doodle with such reverence. That warms my heart. I remember the day I gave Maya that drawing. She looked so happy. Before then, I never knew I could make people happy with art. It was a revelation. I've been drawing and painting ever since, in hopes of becoming an artist one day.
You're much better now, so it must be paying off. I bet you could be a real artist.
No, that's not possible, I'm afraid. I have to consider my parents' wishes.
Who cares what your parents want? It's not like you're a noble or nothing. Your fate is your own.
Huh. You think so?
I know so. And I'm gonna support you with whatever dream you got. Okay, let me see. What's the first step to follow your dreams? Oh, got it. You should paint me.
Paint you?
Yeah, I want my little sis to know how good I'm doing here. So I gotta send her proof. Plus, she'll be doubly impressed if it's a painting you made.
Good point. I can certainly try to capture your likeness. I'll paint you with a warm, cheerful expression on your face to bring Maya comfort.
My face? No way! You gotta get my muscles in there. Mostly my chest and arms.
He is perfect.
Are you sure that's what she'd want to see?
Wait! Before you start painting, I gotta get me a little more training in. If my muscles aren't bulging, then what's the point?
I'm not sure about this.
That was perfect. Right, Raphael and Lysithea. So, we haven't seen Lysithea in the 5 years, obviously, but what I'm meaning is we haven't seen her after this time skip, so is she still got that, I'm too young mentality going on, like, everyone thinks of me as a child, or has she got past that? That'd be interesting, because Raphael had some issues where he was calling her, like, little sis, because she reminded him of his sister, but maybe they're past that now? I don't know. Let's see.
Where is that darn ladder?
Need help with something, Lysithea?
I can't find the ladder anywhere, and I needed to check out the books up on that top shelf.
Want me to just grab one for you?
No, I need to be able to dig around myself.
No problem. You can sit on my shoulders instead. Up you go.
Hang on a sec. That's not... I hope nobody saw that. Anyway, thank you. That was helpful. I can't believe how many fantastic books were hidden just out of reach up there. Thanks for being so patient while I rummaged.
No problem at all. It was my pleasure.
Hey, Raphael. You're always extra nice to me. Is it because I remind you of your sister Maya?
No, it's because he's actually that nice to everyone, as it seems. It seems he's nice to everyone anyway.
Yeah, I can't help but think about her whenever I see you around. We lost our parents when she was still real little, so she never had adults around to do stuff for her. That's probably why she grew up to be the kind of kid who wants to do everything on her own.
That's certainly something I can relate to.
I keep telling her that it's okay to rely on her big bro a little bit. Like when there's stuff she can't do because she's too small. She just needs to ask someone bigger to do it. I told her that she could help me when I'm having trouble with stuff too. Then we would be even.
Young or old, we can all help one another out. We each have our strengths and weaknesses. Receiving help and providing help in return. It sounds so simple, really.
It is simple! I knew you'd get it.
I do. And I hope you understand that you can come to me for help too, Raphael. I can't be the only one receiving aid. It makes me feel incompetent and like a kid. I hate that.
Alright then. You can help me clean up my room.
I bet it's a disaster knowing you. I'll help you on that front, but I've got some rules on how to keep things tidy. You'll need to listen up.
If you could help with the actual tidying, that would probably be better. No need to bother with rules. I don't really do so good with remembering the complicated stuff. Oh! I got an idea! It would be even better if you could just come by and tidy up from now on! If you keep helping me, then I can help you whenever you need it. No guilt.
Whenever I need it, huh? How long does that offer hold?
From now on. Like for always. I don't know what's so difficult to understand.
For always sounds nice. I'm fine with that.
Okay, bit weird, but alright end. Yeah. And now it's Hilda. I have no idea where this is going.
Hey, Raphael. I finally finished that necklace for you. Here you go.
Wait, that took her 5 years to do one necklace? It must be brilliant.
Huh? Oh! Whoa! This is incredible! And so shiny. You're like an artist, Hilda. How'd you do this?
She took 5 years.
Just like I told you, I put the flowers and the shiny rocks in a bottle and then poured in some resin to preserve everything. I thought the flowers you had were looking a little pathetic, so I added a few of my own. It was hard work, making sure the flowers and the stones were spread evenly, getting rid of the air bubbles.
What's this? The part you hang around your neck? I thought you used the one I gave you.
Oh yeah, no, that's a cord I braided. I was going to use metal, but some people are allergic to metal, so I figured better safe than sorry. Anyway, you didn't give me much to work with, and look what I pulled off. I am a miracle worker.
It's gorgeous! Beautiful! I've never seen anything like it. Thank you, Hilda.
Whoa, hold up! What's with the blubbering?
It's just... I bet my sister never got anything so pretty in her whole life. She's had to deal with so much because of me. I never got her anything this nice and cute before. She's gonna love it and be so happy.
Okay. Yes, okay, that's enough. Come on, you're embarrassing me here. If you're really that happy, I'm glad I put some effort into something for once.
Don't you always put effort into things?
Good question.
That's sweet of you, but no, I don't want to put in effort and then disappoint people. It's dispiriting, not to mention tiring.
But what if they're not disappointed? Then they'd feel great, and you'd feel great too.
Yeah, you have a point there. I guess I'm realizing that now. You know, thanks to you, I'm starting to see things from my brother's perspective.
What do you mean? Do you have a big bro too?
I do. I've always thought of him as an overprotective nuisance, but now I feel thankful. Looking at you, I couldn't help but think, sometimes big brothers are okay.
I didn't do anything special though. It's natural for a big bro to look after his little sis. Oh, that reminds me. I still haven't found anything special enough to repay you for the necklace. I got an idea though. How about I help you make a tough-looking necklace for your big bro?
No need. I have a better idea. When the wars simmer down, why don't you and your sister come visit me?
Really? That's it?
Yeah, I want to make sure it suits her. And then I can adjust the cord if I need to.
Of course we'll come visit. I told my sis all about you, and she already wants to meet you.
Well, good. I look forward to it. In the meantime, hold me close to your heart.
What?
That's what the necklace would say if it could talk. Hold me close to your heart.
And there's where Hilda finds out that the moral of the story is doing nice things for other people makes you feel nice inside. Well, that's a good end to that one. Now we're on to Ignatz and Lysithea.
Hey!
Oh, Lysithea. Something I can do for you?
Can you help me out with my shopping?
Yes, of course. You need me to carry stuff?
Actually, can you pick up some tea for me? I'd do it, but I'm drowning in work.
You're so busy you can't go shopping. Okay. Do you have a favorite kind of tea?
I'm not too picky. I just like having it around, really. Whatever's cheapest works for me. Here's some money.
One question. Why me? You don't really need my help for this.
I just thought I could lean on you a bit. You know, rather than trying to do everything on my own.
Right, I see. Well, good. I'm glad you decided to approach me. But for this particular task, you might be better off doing it yourself.
Oh?
There are so many different kinds of tea, and I'm not very discerning. Well, what if I get you one you don't like? When I do my own shopping, I pick a tea at random. Otherwise, I'd be paralyzed by all the choices. It's the same with food. Sometimes I stare and stare at the options and never decide.
You look like you were doing just fine when you went to get groceries the other day.
I really had to push myself to do that alone. I don't think I can do that again. Sorry.
Uh-huh. So, you've stopped trying to do things on your own, then?
Yeah. Still, though. For today, how about you have some of my tea? If that'll do.
Sounds nice, sure. Do you mind brewing mine while you're at it?
Okay. Though I can't do it as skillfully as Lorenz, I'm afraid. I'll get it ready right away. Feel free to start focusing on your work. What?
I mean, you seem plenty reliable to me.
I do. Really? How so?
You're fun, you're easy to be around, and you rarely complain when you help others.
Well, I'm just pouring you some tea. I'm not sure that qualifies as help.
It's not easy for me to rely on people, but with you, it's different.
Well, there aren't many things I can do, frankly.
Stop being so down on yourself, Ignatz.
What I can do, I will do. So if you need anything, ask me, and I'll try to help.
You really are unreliable, as it turns out. Guess I'll just have to take your word for it.
Bit weird. Ignatz needs a little bit of self-confidence in there somewhere. He seems like he's doing fine though. Marianne. I guess they both, two people who need self-confidence.
What's that about? Marianne, I saw you on the training grounds earlier. It looked like there was an argument.
Oh, no. It was nothing.
Are you sure? Nothing happened at this morning's training?
Well...
Okay, tell me what happened.
I just couldn't keep up with the rest of the group. Everyone got so mad at me. They said something about looking into their eyes so I could read their movements, but I couldn't do it.
They may have a point.
I'm a hindrance to everyone. I can't do it.
Of course not. That goes without saying.
What? That's not what you meant to say here.
It's hard to accomplish anything on your own. Look at me. By myself, I'm worse than useless. Can you see where I'm going with this?
No.
To succeed, you have to cooperate. You can't do that if you're not paying attention to nonverbal cues.
Huh?
Please, try looking up. Looking people in the eye. You'll see some things that you've never seen before. People worry about you and rely on you. You'll see that on your allies' faces. In a way, you'll see what they're thinking.
You may be right. It was my fault for looking down. Thank you, Ignatz. I appreciate your encouragement.
Of course. Look, we both saw the sunset and appreciated its beauty. Nature communicates without words. We can do the same. We don't need to speak to be understood. Stop staring at your feet. Look at us. That'll be a good start.
I can certainly try. Is something wrong? Did I say something to upset you?
Oh no, to the contrary. I just realized that I was missing something. A thing of remarkable beauty. Right under my nose.
Remarkable beauty?
What? Don't mind me.
Well, that was a little weird, but ended up okay. Ignatz and Hilda.
Oof. Capsized the teapot. Tea leaves in the carpet. This'll be fun to clean up.
If only somebody could walk over and do it for you.
Hey, Hilda. Is something wrong?
Ignatz. I accidentally knocked over my teapot. I'd drunk all the tea already, thank the goddess, but the tea leaves went right into the carpet.
Oh, that's a mess. Here, let me help. I can leave stains if you're not careful.
But don't you have somewhere to be?
Oh no, don't worry. I'm on a break.
What's that in your hands? Oh, painting supplies. You were gonna go do some painting, weren't you?
Ah, yes. The weather's quite splendid, and I found a place where some gorgeous flowers are blooming. But the flowers aren't going anywhere this second. Let's clean this up.
Okay. Thanks, Ignatz, and sorry to keep you away from your painting.
That's okay. It didn't stain, at least. We picked all the leaves out of the carpet.
Still going painting? Or is it too late in the day?
No, I think time-wise it'll be fine. If you're not doing anything, Hilda, would you care to join me? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. Forget what I said. I'm sure you're busy anyway.
You didn't let me say anything.
Well, no, but you didn't reply, so I thought you didn't want to.
I never said I didn't want to. I was just surprised. I'd love to see those pretty flowers you mentioned. I'm glad you invited me.
Oh, that's good. Wait, you're glad?
Of course I am. I like being invited to things, silly.
Right, of course. It's affirming.
Yeah, exactly. See? You get it. So there's no need to worry that an invitation is burdening someone. It feels good to be asked.
Of course. Well then, in addition to seeing the flowers with me, would you like to help with my painting?
I wouldn't want to screw up your opus. I'm not much of a painter.
No, I meant that I'd like to paint you, with the flowers all around you. Oh, that's too much, isn't it? Forget I said anything.
Silly, you didn't even let me answer. But you're right, I'm not up for that.
I'm sorry,
I'm not up for that, unless your painting of me will look really, really cute. Can you make that happen?
Huh? Yes, of course. I'll paint you cute as a button.
Good. Shouldn't be too hard. I can feel a very cute smile coming on.
Nice. Ignatz and Leonie.
Ah, Leonie. Off to train?
Already done. What about you? Off to draw?
No, I'm on my way back. I was thinking of adding a little color to my latest piece, so...
Come to think of it, I've still never seen your work. Here, let me take a peek.
It doesn't work like that. You have to let me know in advance. I need time to prepare.
Lighten up. Wow, look at all that paper. Are these all drawings? What should I look at first?
Wherever we travel, I try to capture the feeling and character of the landscape. I guess they've all kind of piled up. Each place is unique. Not just the geography, but also the clothing and architecture and so on. Everywhere has its own design sensibilities.
Yeah, you'd think there'd be only one way to do stuff like engraving, but it actually varies a lot.
Just within the Alliance, the styles are quite different between the North and South, and the Empire is even more diverse.
Oh, here's a landscape. What a bright blue sky. You really make it seem alive.
The blue of the sky changes with the season too. In the summer, it's darker, and yet in the winter, it's almost luminous. And, of course, the landscape below affects the sky's appearance by virtue of contrast. It's hard to get the color just right, so I spend a lot of time experimenting with pigments and... Oh no. I'm so sorry. I've been talking your ear off.
Listen, Ignatz, you need to become a painter.
Huh?
Don't say it's not useful. Your talent moves people. Someday, I'm sure your art will save someone's life.
Oh no, I wouldn't go nearly that far.
Remember that girl you told me about? You made her so happy, and you were only just starting out.
So that girl would be Maya, as we know now.
Think about what you could do now that you've had so much practice. This is your calling.
You think so?
Yeah, it's something you can do that no one else can. I envy you. I wish I had a gift like that. So stop apologizing for your talent and just do it.
Thank you, Leonie. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a lot to think about.
Again, Leonie is kind of coming through with the, the right kind of attitude. The just do it. They're trying to bolster him up a little bit. Marianne and Hilda, their final one.
Hilda? I wanted to thank you for helping me in the infirmary. I brought you these pastries.
Ooh, thanks. I'll put some tea on. Have a seat.
That sounds lovely. But I also wanted to apologize for always causing you such trouble.
It's no trouble. No trouble at all. Everything tastes better with friends, don't you think? I give you help, you give me sweets, we have a little tea party. It's a good arrangement, I'd say. I'm used to it now, so if it changed suddenly, I would feel disoriented.
I suppose if you're enjoying yourself, then it can't be that bad.
Sure, you don't seem to mind listening while I gab, so I'm enjoying myself plenty. But do let me know if I'm too boring.
No, you're not boring at all. In fact, you're, very good at talking. You're also good with your hands. You can clean and organize better than almost anyone. I envy you.
Oh, stop. I'm blushing. I'm not as great as all that. We're both a lot different on the inside than we look on the outside, don't you think?
How do you mean?
People who see you think you're so proper, but you're actually clumsy. That's why I help you, because there are some things you just can't do.
I'm sorry you always have to clean up after me.
I didn't say I hated it. In fact, you've taught me a few new techniques I can use to persuade people.
Of course.
Maybe I'll start imitating you a little bit. I'll do the Marianne. That sheepish, sorry, and those quavering downcast eyes. But that might not work as well for me. People would probably assume that I'd hit my head.
Oh, well...
Aw, Marianne laughing at me. So rude and yet so adorable.
I'm so sorry. I just can't help it. When I imagine you doing those things, I...
Yeah. It's rather un-Hilda-like, I'll admit. Okay, that's enough laughing.
I'm so sorry.
Hey, are you all right? That tea's hot, Marianne. Be careful.
Yes. Oh, ouch, hot.
Come on, what did I just say?
I know, I'm sorry. Ow, hot.
Oh boy, a real steady hand, that Marianne. It's nice to see her laugh. Sure, she was laughing at me, but how can I get mad when she looks so dang cute?
Yeah, that was good. So all of these ones are done. Leonie only has one with us, because all of the ones that she had were at the top here. Petra only has it with us. Felix, Sylvain, Mercedes, Flane. Wait, we have more? No, we don't have any more. Yeah, let me just go through these. I'm sure we don't have any more. Well, I already went through these. I know I went that far. Leonie doesn't have any. Let's just check no one else has any. Petra? No. Felix? No. Mercedes? No. Sylvain? No. Right, so the only supports we have are now in Explore. Wow. That was a lot of supports in a row. Okay. I like how it is 100 of people explored. I do want to look at certs just to check. We should be fine here, but are we good? We should be. I think we had most people at level 30 anyway. Oh yeah, Marianne. She's wait, do we want her to be that class? Is she maxed out on Bishop? She is. So she should be Paladin right now, right? Wait, what do you mean chance of passing? Is she not already a Paladin? Wait, what? It looks like she already is a Paladin, so what does it mean chance of passing? Oh, because it... Wait, no. Wait, what does it mean? No, yeah, she should be Paladin now. She already has the Paladin certificate. I don't need to have her pass it. She already has it? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she doesn't have it. Maybe there's just one that's available. How do you tell the difference? See, that one looks like she should already have that available. Let me go into menu and have a look here. Is it menu you go to for that? Like this one? Yeah. Oh, I guess she doesn't have it, but it seems to be open for her. Maybe I just don't understand the UI. It's been a few weeks. That's fine. I do want her to pass that, so we'll take a shot. Why not? Let's just go for it. 46% chance, 100% chance. Let's go. Yeah. Alright. We have Paladin Marianne. Wonderful. Ooh, and stat bonus.
I passed?
Oh, that's incredible. Yes, and we're going to change her over because she's maxed out. So that's fine. Hilda is maxed out on Armored Knight. She is level 30 though, so wait, can she not just go straight to Great Knight? Need a Master Seal, but I mean, why would I not? You know, 71% chance, 100% chance. Let's go. Yeah. Perfect. We have another class done. Stat bonus.
Ah, shucks. I guess I did it.
That kind of sucks. Yeah, switch over. Perfect. Oh, what does it give her? I never actually had a look at that. So, this class can move after taking certain actions. So she's got spear, axe, and and heavy armor there. So stat changes. So she gets lance fair and axe fair, but axe fair is the one we care about. So +5 attack when using an axe. Yeah, okay. That seems pretty good. Yeah, seems pretty good. Not much more to say there, is there? Leonie, I could get her the classes just purely so that she can get the stat bonuses, but I'm not really worried. Lindhart we're never going to use. Bernadetta we're never going to use. Just as a point, because people did ask whether I'm going to use these people. No, I'm not going to use them because I want to use people who we're only going to get in the yellow line, primarily. And if I do a red playthrough, which I think I'm going to do next if I do one, which it seems fairly likely I am at this point, then I don't want to be doing Lindhart and... Oh, how did I do that? Oh, if you go left and right on the D-pad, it jumps you down to the next page. Huh, that's interesting. Anyway, so I don't want to do these people here, because if I do them here, then when I do the red path, it's going to be like, oh, we just did this. You know what I'm saying? I want there to be something new. Same with Felix and Sylvain, although we have used a lot of Sylvain, but yeah. Anyway, Mercedes as well, but again, you need to have a few to fill out your party. That's where we're at. Flane, yeah, we don't have anything new for her, although she probably should switch to something else because she's already maxed out her 2 classes. What's the other class there that she can take? Oh, she'd be a mage. I see. Okay. Maybe. We'll think about it. Probably should, though. Cyril's not maxed out. We are an enlightened one still, aren't we? Yeah, we have maxed it out, though, so it might be worth for us switching into another class just so that we can get the class bonuses. Again, that's the kind of thing for a lot of these. I'll need to think about that. The switching just for class bonuses seems like a good idea. Yeah, once you max out the one that you're on. Like here, he's completely maxed out. Why do I have Lorenz just sitting there on like he's getting nothing from being a paladin, nothing at all. But yeah, anyway, head out of there. Anything in the market? Ooh, no, don't want to rest. That's horrible. Marketplace, not blacksmith, item shop. Buy into the convoy. I just want to see what we got. So we got master seals, which are 3,000 each. They're fairly expensive, but we could buy them. Yeah, that's fine. Apart from that, we're fairly good here. And armory should have a whole bunch of new items in it as well, I'd assume. Yeah, as these brave items in it, I think they're new. So these attack twice when initiating combat. So they basically give you a ton of extra attacks. That's fine. Let's save it up. Now I've done that, I think I'm going to just go and do exploring next time. Thank you for watching. We have pretty much not left this menu since we started, but it's because we had so many supports to do. And next time, we have just about as many supports to do. And we have the exploring. So it's going to be a lot of talking. So, thanks for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.